We gotta do it. Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the kitchen. It is Thursday. Yay, we're in the kitchen. Yay! Today is going to be a heap of firsts. First time making Baozi, first time using the bamboo steaming tray things. So, we did. Oh, hello, Buff. How you doing? Just been visited by a buddy. He's been a problem child lately. I tells you. Chasing his sisters around, being a little butthead. Right, so yes, we started the day with technical difficulties before we even started the stream. The printer failed because, well, printer didn't fail. I failed because I failed to put ink in the printer. I knew it was low, but now it's completely out, and I'm like, oh, whoops, okay. It's almost time for another printer. We'll see. We will see. We'll see. So, Baozi, we are going to. I think I've got all the stuff I need for this. What are you doing, Trouble? Hey, do you want to come and say hello? Come and say hello then. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Look, see, nothing up here. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, I see that little tail flick. Hey? Hey? Little tail flick? Yes. Finley. Like they were never dirtied. Alright, we need a mixing bowl. Let's grab one of those. I do need to get myself a nice set of mixing bowls. I've got a few. Yes, I need the collection. I need one of, when you walk into a professional kitchen and there's just like all of the different size bowls in the ginormo bowl. I need that in my life. I don't know why I need that in my life, but I do. Alright, what am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. This is cool. Okay, so we are going to mix yeast in warm water. Where have I put the yeast? We are using yeast. Oh, this is actually double tear. It tore. It actually tore. Where it was meant to. How rude. Alright, how much lukewarm water are we using? 1.5 cups. Okay. Oh God. Put them all back where they're meant to be. Alright. Lukewarm water. Weird thing about this place, it just takes the hot water so long to hot up. I think there is actually, well, there probably would be a temperature for lukewarm. No idea what it is though. I don't know. I just worked it. Yeah, look. This is why our water bill's so high. Damn. 1.5 cups. Into which we'll put our 5-gram packet of yeast. Ta-da! Milky goodness. Now, I don't know if you have to do this, but I'm just smacking out the lumpy bits. So I'm assuming that there's still dry stuff in the middle of the lumpy bits. It will not be activating. Yeah, there is. So let's get this dissolved. And as soon as it's not in a lumpy bit, it's dissolving quite well. It's like I'm brewing beer again. That's the smell. I can smell the beer. Yeast. Damn, that's got a little bit of aftertaste of Vegemite. Considering what Vegemite's made of. Right. Alright, so now we need 580 grams of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to measure that out while that's while the yeast is yeasting. We need to leave that for a little bit, so we'll set a timer. Oh, look at that, already preset to 15 minutes. And now we will measure out 580 grams of all-purpose flour, which in Australia is plain flour. Do I sieve it now or do I sieve it later? Let's sieve it now, we've got time. Ooh, no. So I'm going to have to lift this. So what I did is I set the scales with the bowl and the sieve. But doing that means that as soon as I pick the sieve up, it's not going to give me the correct weight measurement anymore. Not that it's going to give me the correct weight measurement now, but until I lift the sieve. Flour going everywhere. As always. Music as always today coming from Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. Go check out his YouTube for Twitch safe royalty free music. It's also YouTube safe, but you know, you have to do a little bit more for that. What do we want? 580 and we're at 314. How doing, Rach? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. How are you doing this fine Thursday? Damn. 580, yep. We're getting there. We'll get there. Oh, 40 more grand. This is getting close. Not a lot left. There you go, 580. Oh. Just got home from the shop. You could have picked up some more. Right? Yeah, well. Alright, that's that prepped. Look at this mess I've made. It's only, look, I understand that the mess is going to get worse. Doesn't mean I have to like it. How you doing, Ray? It's been ages since I've seen you. It's been, what, 12 hours? Non-stick ocean. Volcam has froze. No worries, thank you for that. It does that. I don't know why, but it does. The barely of barrelies. How you doing, Non-stick ocean? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Just waiting for that used to, because Tech loves us. Yeah, Tech loves us, honest. Alright, come on, yeast. Do your thing. Be yeasty. Whoops. Be yeasty. Right, so we're waiting another, few minutes for that. I don't know why they bother. I mean, 30 years ago, I reckon I could have read that. But when do 10-year-olds? Yeah, 30 years ago I was 10. When do 20-year-olds read the side of these things? Because I'm getting old. Right, let's have a look at the record. I don't have the recipe next to me. It's on the computer today because the printer gave out. Yeah, I use the zoom on the camera phone as well. Yeah, absolutely, right. That is one of the really handy things about having a camera in your phone. Absolutely. I'm trying to think, where would a warm place be in this house at the moment to proof the dough? I don't know. We'll think of something. Could always turn the heater on a little bit. Top of the oven? Well, yeah. Yeah. Ocean, wife always hates when I forget to save a recipe I found online. Yeah, my housemate does that too. She gets her, she might start with a recipe and then we'll go way off that. And 99% of the time it tastes great. But then when it replicates, it still replicates. But yeah, I'm a recipe kind of guy. I like my recipes. She's more do it by the feel, the vibe of the food going into it. Turns out great food. Absolutely. Shit on it like a chicken. I don't even know what the temperature inside is at the moment. Temperature outside is, who knows, but they're set to drop. How doing, Jim Tall? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Food. I was bokkering. Buck. I'm the same way except for pastry. That has to be perfect. Yeah, pastry's like that though, isn't it? It very much is. I will mess with recipes. So like I'll and of course she loves pavlova. I'm so over pavlova. So over it. I think I've come up with a golden ratio to make egg white omelets, and it's like four or five egg whites, depending on the size of eggs you're using. 4 or 5 egg whites, 1 whole egg, whipped up omelet. There's just enough yolk in that and then salt and pepper and chives and occasionally I'll throw in some garlic, occasionally, and that comes out. I've almost got it to the point where it's actually tasty. So when I'm doing stuff like making ice cream that requires a lot of yolks and not a lot of whites, I've got it to that point where I don't feel like I'm wasting the whites anymore. Because not a fan of Pav. Mind you, if I had someone that was a massive fan, I'd probably make ice cream more. Right, you can go away. We've got a couple more minutes before we can do the yeasty things. Yeah, it may have cooled off a bit. Cooled off a bit too far because maybe it's a bit too cool in here. That being the case, I think I might go turn the heater on just to give the dough somewhat a rise. Back in a moment. Ta-da. And he's back. Ta-da. Ah, camera's frozen again. Damn you, chop cam. Be a chop cam. I just stand out of frame. So if it seizes again, it doesn't. It's not like, oh, there it goes. There you go. Ta-da. I don't know why that's being a bugger at the moment. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in again? Oh, tricky. I have tricky hand. Nope. There we go. Tricky hand. You trade me temps. Today was the first time in 2 months it's been below 30. Celsius or Fahrenheit? I'm assuming that's Celsius. Yep. Peppermint cream. This is a nice... What, for egg whites, Jim? Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably... It feels probably about, I don't know, 12, 13 degrees at the moment. I reckon... maybe 15. We'll see. Hang on. Let's go have a look. Where's the bomb? Bomb. Bomb for Adelaide. Well, the forecast is for 20. Doesn't tell me what it is currently. Nope, that's wrong. Hey. Yeah, okay. Oh, go away. Thank God. 16 degrees. Oh God, stop, stop. Everything's going to crap. No, I don't. Anyway, I don't want to use your silly Chrome. Yeah, so 16 degrees outside. So, don't know what it is in here. Right, just that egg whites and icing sugar and peppermint essence. Jim's segueing with different sweets. I do like peppermint. I think I've even got some peppermint essence in the house. Or is it? Oh my God. Of course we got vanilla. Everyone, oh yeah, I do. Peppermint essence. Because I do want to make some peppermint ice cream at some point. Right, it's lovely, drizzly, 10 degrees outside here. Blood. Oh, there we go. Don't worry, Reach, that's my alarm, not yours. Alright. So we're going to stir that up a little bit. We'll throw that in. Alright. That was very violent. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. White bowl. Need a shadow. Coloured bowls. That's a thing. I just love mint choc chip anything. Yeah, I'm trying to watch my chop cam. Right. Nope, not that button. Now, interestingly, the recipe here says to add the flour half a cup at a time, into the yeast and mix it in. I'm like, that's usually not the way I do it. But here we are. I may not do it the same way again. We will see. But half a cup at a time. The dough should be soft, not sticky and not firm. We'll see. Could probably use a whisk at this stage, but later I think that would just be, I think reasonably quickly that would be just an extra dish. Whoa! And of course I'm making a mess. How thick is your dough? Well, my fork does not yet stand erect in my dough. Alright, here we go. That's starting to... It's like plaster now. We're at the consistency of plaster. I can see some lumps forming, but what are you going to do? At this point, I don't think it matters that much. Jim Tool, okay, I've done the research, now I've made an assertion. Drum roll, please. Egg whites, icing sugar, and peppermint is indeed peppermint creams. And there you go. There you go. So even while segueing into different desserts, keeping the main ingredient conversation going. Nice, Jim. Oops. Thought I heard a Finley getting up to mischief. I did hear a Finley getting up to mischief. Hey, buddy. Alright, this is starting to get a bit doughy. It's definitely getting sticky, which we do not want. We do not want sticky just yet. Rach, my mum used to make those and she dipped them half in chocolate. Whee! Now we're poofing the flour out. Alright. I think we are now at the point where we can start getting our hands gooey. Don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, well. There you go. So, hang on. Let's get that on this cam. There we go. So you can see that's still that's still going to be sticky. Ah, noms. But it is starting to get a smoother consistency. Might keep the fork going just for another cup or so. Alright, let's get our hands in this. Wolf wood. He's so totally wood. Now we're into the gooey. So we don't want this to be gooey, and it is definitely still gooey and sticky, which is kind of good because I'm looking at this going, there is a lot of flour left, but I'm not too concerned because at this point, because there is still it is still very sticky. So it may be getting time to take it out of the bowl, give it some proper kneading. Yeehaw! It's always so messy. That is moist. It's very moist. It's starting to get rid of the last of it. Right. Yep, that's still sticky. Again, I'm good with. Because we still have leftover flour. So the question at this point is always, do you then add more water to use up the rest of the flour? Do you just stop using flour? Oh, that is so foldy. All right. So I reckon that is combining pretty well. I think we're at the stage where we need to be. It's not sticking. No, it's pretty smooth. Maybe just a little bit over, but that's fine. We'll put you away for now. The rest of you. Don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I'm going to put it in a bowl and figure it out later. There's a fair bit left. I don't know if the camera caught that. Alright. You're going to take the risk. It's not that much. Going to add a splash more water. I'm going to see if we can get the rest of this bread in. Bread? Rest of the flour in. Yep, more water. And this is where it goes horribly wrong. Let's add a little bit more, a little bit more. I completely run out of everything. Alright, there we go. I think I may have actually just lucked out on that. Ooh. Why are you being like that? Puffing away, huffing and puffing. It was the good luck, Finley. Right? Honest. Smack it. Alright, that's actually made it that little bit more pliable, which I'm happier with. And it's that, yeah, a bit softer, a bit more pliable. Hey, butter, 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 butter. Alright. Now the fun part, getting all that off of your hands. People who actually make it looking at me going, oh my god, you have to clean your hands? How No, if you do it properly. Alright, now I gotta get I believe I need to get a moist tea towel and wrap this up and put it somewhere warm. Yes. Alright. Now we get the tea towel of moist. No, no, I was never in the military. No. That is pretty much where I learned to flick a towel. Yeah. Ah. And we're done. Alright, so this is, I know we've been doing the Arak recipes recently, but this is where, this is why I'm not doing this one as an Arak recipe, is because that's it. You make it's slightly different ingredients, but you make the, deep breath, you make the buns and then you just wait for an hour and you steam them. There's no filling. So that's why instead today, and that's one of the reasons why I'll probably end up doing it on YouTube, is I could just do a time lapse, you know, fade out, 1 hour later, fade in, we're good. There, it's there. Like pillow fights, it's fun when there is participants. Yes. Well, you know, no one lost an eye, so it remained fun and games, right? I would still eat the bao. I love that fluffy nonsense. Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, that said, had I thought about it, nah, I don't think I'm going to be duping streams again, if I can help it. Right. Ta-da. Alright, let's just dry this off a bit, and then we will start in on the filling. That can go in the compost later. I would dunk it in something delicious like a soup or a curry. I would actually be interested to try the bao with a proper French onion soup. As I like, because I think the sweet would go with the savoury really nicely in that. Who knows? We have done that. We have done them from scratch. Alright, so what are we doing? I don't know. We are doing the filling. That's what we're doing. And we need a whole heap of stuff for the filling. Alright, wait a minute. Okay. It's a nice brothy kind of soup for sure. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, I may have missed a bit. Humdiddly-lumdiddly. Can't do that. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. Interesting. Let's start cooking. Get the bacon. Should learn to write Ulrich, shouldn't I? Whoops. Ooh. There we go. That's better. Right. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Gotta love it, right? Gotta love technical difficulties. So we've just put in, it said, look, the recipe says put 3 tablespoons of oil. I just put some oil in. Let's put some more in. There we go. 3 tablespoons. Carefully measured. Alright, whoa. Actually, we're going to turn that off because we need to dice the onion. So we're going to do that first. Ooh, slipping. There we go. Hey, baby. Issa just decided to wander through. Because, you know, as it says, we are doing this in front of a live kitty audience. From like It's from my days back in, you know, here we go. Back in the days of like Happy Days and Mork and Mindy. Oh, why did I do that? That was compost. Anyway, brain fry. So yeah, back in those days. Which way am I going to do this? Where everything was filmed in front of a live studio audience. Before the days of MASH, where, you know, they could no longer use a laugh track. Well, they couldn't really do it in front of a live studio audience because a lot of it was done outside. But they also couldn't use a laugh track. So that's where they invented the sort of uncomfortable giggle track, I guess you'd call it. Where it's that kind of understated laugh that's not really laughing. It's like that. Could really use my Mezzaluna for this. No, leave the Mezzaluna alone. I want this fairly finely chopped. Because for this one, I don't really want big bites of onion. So while I did the initial chop reasonably fine, and this is probably going to be fine, there's not really a lot of big pieces in here. I want to make sure that this is very, very finely chopped. I'm going to miss them so badly. Yeah. We got time. And for those of you freaking out that little bit right now, that I'm scraping my knife all over the board, yes, using the spine. Not the blade. I have to have a look at this knife. I sharpen it after nearly every time I use it, but it's not quite taking the edge that I want it to. The other ones are, just not this one. I don't know why. I have to give it some extra TLC. Come on, buddy. There you go. Choppy chop hair. So I've been looking into recipes and what it takes to make a recipe yours. Because I mean, there's only so many different ways to combine food that hasn't been done before. And as far as I can tell at the moment, it's somewhere between change 3 ingredients and some of the method. And then the recipe that is yours. But is that now someone else's recipe that's already done those change? It's very weird. Because like with the Arik series, obviously, I've been putting credit out to that author. When I use the Country Women's Association cookbook, yep, no worries. Use you know, someone's official cookbook. But it's like, when does this become every recipe is just copied from someone else? When does it get to that point? And I don't know yet. It is something that over time I'm sure I'll figure out, but hopefully I'll figure it out before I get sued. Blood, sweat and tears, though probably not literally. Gross. Well, yes. I think I'd definitely rather have blood, because, you know, that's just long pork, right? Alright, there's my chopped up onions. Now we will want chopped up Alright, so we're starting with the onions. We'll let that cool afterwards. So there are some ingredients, well, there's one ingredient that I'm substituting, and there's a couple that I'm not putting in from the recipe that I found. So does that count as mine? Is this now my recipe? Who knows? Don't know. Now that said, if I ever do find out the sort of line in the sand where it is, it may very well change the amount of crediting that I do for recipes. Alright, how much minced ginger are we putting in this thing? A tablespoon. That's that one, I think. Yes. Ginger. Jim, I like the veg dish in Discord, but take an idea and go 10% in another direction in your favorite flavor and it may be a winner. Yeah? Yeah? Now, all the things. Oh, 2 tablespoons of ginger. Okay, Good thing I checked. I was only going to put one in. That smell hits. Lick the bowl. Ooh, popping ginger. That ginger was literally exploding. That's going to be some extra cleaning. Okay, let's turn that heat down just a little bit. And goodbye, suspicious user. Rach, also recently some things are nearly identical recipes but called different names. Yeah, right. Thank you, Rach. So it's like, you know, does changing terminology change the recipe? You know, if you are using ground meat versus minced meat. Same product, just different countries call it different things. Does that then change? Yeah, figuring out what I have to do to be able to call the recipe mine. Alright, so we're going to let them soften nicely. Ooh, we're already 20 minutes into the dough doing its thing. Nice. Chips, gravy and cheese versus poutine. Yeah, poutine. Yeah, right? Exactly. Where's the thing? Where's the line in the sand? Is there a line in the sand? You know, do I call this buns of pork or buns with pork filling? And then now it's no longer Baozi? Again, for the speakers of the language, I apologize if I am butchering the name Baozi. If I am, let me know in the comments. Oh, the ginger smell at the moment in the kitchen, the ginger smell is slowly mellowing as the onions, it's not really the onions are taking over, it's like the ginger's making way for the onion smell. It's like, yeah. Make your gravy line in the dough, dear sir. Uh-huh. And we let that soften. Alright, now we should be able to, we could probably make the sauce that's going in next. While we're just letting that work its way to softness. Got it on a little lower heat than maybe is required, but that's fine. We're only just making it go nice and soft. Still a bit of crunch in that. Well, a bit more crunch than I would like. So we are using a sweet mirin today in place of a different Chinese rice wine. Oh, shakes. Shakes bad. Shakes horrifyingly bad. Oh, okay. So we're putting in the rice wine, soy sauce. How much soy sauce? 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Oyster sauce. We are putting in a tablespoon. I do like doing this because I get to, like, I have all the ingredients out, and I put them away as I use them. It makes it easier for me to track. Ooh, yep. Couple more minutes. It'll be fine. How much sesame? 2 tablespoons? Let's try 2 teaspoons. Alright, so you come out. Lick the spoon. Teaspoon. I think that's a teaspoon. Yes. Maybe. Yes. 1 teaspoon. Now we also need a teaspoon of sugar, so I'm going to whack that in first. Ice cream. Ice cream is why I have white sugar in the house. Half a teaspoon of white pepper. Might as well throw that in as well first. Gravy-filled donut. Good Lord. That would be a thing, wouldn't it? What else do we need? Oh yeah. Oh, we've got to do that too. That's fine. Teaspoon of this stuff. Yeehaw! Oops. Alright, we should probably get the meat in on this. Let's check. Yep. Just going to drain some of the blood out of this. Whoops. Nope. No, I'm not. And in we go. So we're using 700 grams of pork mince. That nicely stirred in. Right. Flame on. Gravy filled donut. That's now in my head, Jim. That's all your fault. Yeehaw! That's some noise, isn't it? Right. Stir everything together until well combined. Duh. Lick the bowl test. Ooh. Nom 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 nom. See, my brain says to put a bit more soy in that. Let's just put a dash more soy in. Very specific measurement, a dash. Oh, that's better. There it is. Beautiful. There's still that little bit of pepper burn in it. But at this point I'm not too worried about that. Because that amount of sauce that we just made, that is going in this. So I've got this on a lower heat than I would normally do because we're cooking this until the pork turns opaque. We're not trying to crispy it up. So to give me that little bit more leeway in how that operates, I'm doing it on lower heat. I'm taking a little bit more time to do it. And I'm streaming a little bit, so those breaks that I do to talk to camera and stuff. So I might, if I was just 100%ing this, if I was 100% concentration, I might have the temperature up a little higher. But this just gives me a bit of leeway where there's no real time pressure. I've got plenty of time to see it change color. I want it to be cooked, but yeah, we're not doing this like if I was doing a shepherd's pie or something like that. I would cook it further. We are at some point going to have to make some some squares to put into the steaming steam. Speaking of which, speaking of steam, I should figure out which pot I'm going to use for the steaming. Ooh, that one's kind of better. That one seals better. I think I'll use that one. There. That's fine. And Quote Zero. Hot glasses hot. Food and drink, 8th of December 2022. Back where it all began. I reckon that probably was the first stream, right? Alright, there we go. The fluid's starting to come out of that. There's not really a lot of... it's like the colour's washed out of it. So I think that's at the point we want to be for that. Then we add all the everything else. Ooh. It's going to be a very light sauce. Really. For what it is. Mind you, there's a lot of strong flavours in this. Let's get that nicely mixed in. Oh, you know what we haven't done? Right. I know what I haven't done. I haven't made the Slurpee. So we need a cornstarch, 1.5 teaspoons of corn flour. In a barrel, in the barrel of barrels. We can reuse that one. So for those in the US, we call cornflour we call cornstarch cornflour. Welcome to Australia. What a catch. And 1 tablespoon of butter. Yeehaw! Butter going everywhere. That's a sound. I'm keeping that out. There we go. Come on, cornstarch. Ah! Oh, that's a horrifying noise. Stop it, Ulrich. Stop it. Right, we're going to have to heat up on that a bit. Water in there, ready for steaming. Juicy, juicy, juicy. It's not big. It's not a big smell. Maybe they are not the same thing. Yeah, they're the same thing. Last I checked, they were the same thing. Alright. Then taste the filling. Oh no, I have to taste it. Oh, that's nice. Alright, that is looking good. So, we're going to throw in the cornstarch. Which is going, well, corn flour, which is going to thicken up the fluid. Into more of a sauce. Still got that white pepper burn on my tongue a little bit. Right, so we've gotten rid of pretty much all the fluid is gone now. So I'm going to turn that off and we are going to take this over here and let it cool. Nope. Where's my doodad? Where did I put my doodad? There it is. Behind the giant pot of water. I'll wipe off. Leave that there to cool. So while that's cooling, we will get the spring onions. Recipe calls for 3, and change the recipe a little bit. Is it mine yet? I'm chopping spring onions on a chopping board used for onions. Oh no, what do I do? Ta-da! Now this was meant to be last week, so these have been in the fridge for a week, but that's fine. Oops. Where are you? There it is. Ta-da! Oh, got the woozies. Obviously I need more coffee. Come on, I can feel the cruddy bit. Come off. Aha, there we go. Nice. Alright, prep these. look up at camera while slicing away. Done. Right, so once the meat cools down, we'll throw that into the meat and we'll mix that up. We should be getting close to the dough being proofed. Yeah, we've got a few minutes. Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. Maybe I really do need more coffee. Okay. I'm okay. More okay. Slamming. I don't know what I'm doing on. Probably cultural appropriation. Alright, I just work here. Whoa! What happened to the camera? Oh, it fell off. Wait, back, stop it. At least it fell off now? I don't know when that fell off. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Stay. Sorry, fell off. My bad. Right, paper. We are going to need some paper. And maybe some scissors. Oh, scissors. Where are you? Where have you gone? Where are you, scissors? Alright, so I'm going to go find a pair of scissors and almost went back to couch stream. That would have been a mess. Right, so we are going to, I think we'll do, what are we going to do? We're going to do 8, I think. I think we could do 8. It's rather large. Right, we'll quarter that and see what happens. It might be a little small. We'll see, I guess. Easy. Should have cut that one last. Oh, no. Oh yeah, I really should have cut that one last. And ta-da! Whole heap of little ones. That's gonna keep. That's a lot. So how many did we just do? 2, 4, 8, 16. So there should be 16 squares there. Nope. Oh, it wasn't just Alright, how long have we got? Ooh, 5 minutes. Well, 7 minutes. So we've got a couple of minutes. Giant ginger anyone? Ooh, disappeared. Where did he go? We're not even using a green screen. So I had an interesting culinary adventure the other night. Ordered a burger from a new burger place that I'd never tried before. Had a look at the ingredients because, you know, I've got allergies. Had a look at the ingredients and all is well. Ordered the burger and then it comes up where it's coming from and I'm like, that's not the name of the burger place that I ordered from. It was a different burger place that I have ordered from before, which is fine. But it was like, is that two restaurants working out of the same building? Is that even legal? So on the map, it's not quite where the burger joint is. So that was dodgy. That was dodgy to begin with. And I'm like, that's a yeah, it was a proper two-hander. It's got to be a proper two-hander. And I was like, okay, so that's a bit dodgy to start with. That one company's storefront is either cooking for another company or using another company's name. I don't know how that works. But okay, well, let's assume that two companies are working out of the same venue for that one. Dodgy. Anyway, bite into the burger and it's like, oh, that's a bit, yeah, okay, you know, tasty. That sauce is a bit on the upside, but here we go. And a couple of bites later, yes, you guessed it, they had chili in the sauce. So I had a fun time with that. I was like, yeah, I would very much like to know, you know, with our special sauce. Okay, what's in the special sauce, dude? Oh, we can't tell you the ingredients. That would be trade secret. It's like, well, okay, I'm not buying your stuff. So, legit backdoor restaurants are super common. Huh. My favorite burger place is actually also my second favorite chicken place. Okay, alright. Like, my chicken place makes burgers. Openly, my chicken place makes burgers. Okay. Sure. I've never heard of this happening. This is my first experience with it. There you go. I've learned something. But yes, and then chili. So I hit the chili, and yeah, that was uncomfortable. I'm yet to write a review for it though. I did want to look up and see what the what do you call it? Backdoor restaurants. This is Supreme Leader Chicken and Patty Smith's Burgers. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Oh, Supreme Leader Chicken. Right, because we're not Korean spies. And Patty Smith's Burgers. All right. Patty Smith. I like that. Okay, Smith the patties. Hey. Where's the tool? Where's the prop? God dang it, I can't find the prop. There it is. I hammersmith the tools. No, I smith the burger patties. Now I need the sound effect, you know. Ching, ching. Alright, so yeah, I'll let that part go. But yeah, I was very disappointed. So I'm going to write a poor review. Well, I did with the delivery company. I've already written a poor review there. But I may go onto Google and write a poor review. And that will make 2 Google reviews that I've done. One glowing review, and one this will be. Oh, excuse me. Will be less so. You get points for writing Google reviews. I don't know why. I don't know what you do with them, but it's points. I can earn points. Without having to spend money, I can earn points. I know how ridiculous that is. I understand completely just how ridiculous that is. Alright, we've got a minute left before the alarm goes off. So, let's see. Woof! And that, boys and girls, right there, is why you use thick bottom pans. It just keeps the heat. It's also Dante's Hot Chicken, Alabama Wings, and Plant Patty. Patty Smith's is the front, and all the others are online only. The noodle box next door is also Double Dragon Dumplings. Good lord. We're getting all the 80s computer game references. It's illegal to withhold allergen information though. I'm not sure it would be allergen information. I don't know how, well, I don't know how common a chili allergy is, to be honest. Dunno. grab this dough. That has been proofing. Whoa! That is somewhat bigger. I was a little concerned that the yeast hadn't activated properly, but as you can see, that is quite a bit larger than it was. Get out of it, Fluff. Right. We're going to get a fresh, we can use a meat one. Use the black one. Bloop! I said bloop! Bloop, damn it! Look at that! Oh. So fluffy. Yeah, my worst case is not an EpiPen, that's for sure. It's just difficulty breathing and hypersalivation. Alright, let's get this chopping board out of the way. Now, just going to double check in, because pretty sure it says turn it out and clean surface, whoops, need for 2 minutes to get rid of any air pockets, which kind of thought that was the point of these things, was to have air pockets, but maybe not. Now, we are told we need to chunk this into about 20 equal pieces that should weigh about 50 grams each. So I'm kind of two minds of how to actually do this, because do I just go for 20 and do I just cut this up into 20 bits? Do I try and make them all 50 grams each? I don't know. We're going to find out though. So that's 2. 4. This, oh, look at that. Can you see that? Hang on. Sorry, I got the recipe up. Fluffy! That's just a great sound, isn't it? Oh, so how much is that? That's, oh yeah, that's 118. That's what? 8. Cut them all in half again, that's 16. Yeah, that's about 100 grams. $52, $54. Yep. Alright, so that's 50. And I'm going to do it this way. Oh, that's bang on 50. Whoa, that's a lot over. I'm just feeling the texture of these is just awesome. It must have fresh bubbles. Bubbles? My bubbles. Alright, so hang on a minute. Let's start putting these ones over here. We've got other stuff we need to do with them. I'm just throwing them off at the moment. Damn, that one's bang on. Ooh, that one's a little under. I don't know that I need to be this precise, but I'm going for it today. Oh, whoa, that's a lot over. Yeah, the texture on these is absolutely amazing. It's, what's the words I'm looking for? It's, oh, it's already too much. It's almost, what am I looking, what's the words I'm looking for? It's like extra grippy Play-Doh. It really is. It's extra grippy Play-Doh. That's what it feels like. Actually not doing too bad. See how many of these we actually get. But God, I love the fluffiness of these things. Oop, no. Okay. We're going to actually take a cut off of that one. Straight to 50. So what have we got so far? We've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Oop. Oh, and it just, like, it's not sticky. The dough is not even remotely sticky. But as soon as you apply pressure to it, it sticks. Like, it's combining really well, really nicely. That's 56. That's bang on 50. There you go. So we ended up with what, 4, 8, 12, 16. We ended up with 18. Not bad. Let's take a couple of grams off of that one, because what I'm going to do is, alright, they're all close enough to 50. The dough. I have no idea why. I'm either, over the years, the few times that I've tried bread dough, I've never had this result. I don't know why. This is so weird. Anyway, whew, we can turn that heater off now. Whew. Because the dough has proofed in the warm, and we don't need the warm anymore. Right. How cool is cool? Yeah. Right. I would call that lukewarm. So, buddy, this is not the place for you to hang out. You want to get out of there, but don't get in there. I'm going to move this so you can't. It's a little spider, tiny little itty bitty spider on the chopping board. That's the secret ingredient. The secret ingredient that makes this my recipe. Right, so we've let the filling cool, and we've just stirred in the spring onions. We're going to kick this off to start getting that towards the boil, while we figure out what we're doing with these. Okay. So we're going to try, this is going to be interesting. So we want to flatten this out, but we want to leave it thicker in the middle as we're flattening it out. So I'm thinking with these, we'll probably get 4 per layer. Yeah. I reckon 4 per layer is what we're going to get out of this. So we'll make 8. We'll make 8 now on stream, and we'll cook them up, and I'll make the rest off stream, and that way the rest of the household can use the kitchen and stuff. Who knew? So, just going to get that to a kind of round-ish point. That looks round, right? Let's make sure stunt cam is still working. Alright, let's get them out of the way a little bit. Now, we roll out from the middle, but leaving the middle poofed. I reckon it's about twice the thickness in the middle than it is on the outsides. So
this is a super fast ad for a super
boo, boo! Blah, 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 blah. No. Shush. Stupid secret ads. No. Damn, we've hit the 2-hour mark. There we go. Replay. Oh, no, wait. Wait, back. There we go. Okay. Right, so I'm guessing that's about. Oops. I will get faster at this, I promise. I'm just trying to figure this out as we go. Probably about 10 centimeters, I guess. Spoon. I want to be the big spoon. Oh, wait. Actually, a big spoon. Now, pleating. Lifting and pleating. Here we go. Because we've only got a certain amount of height in these things too. That's something to take into account. Yeah, 4 looks about right for that. So, about 4. Ooh. All right. And then oh, this is horrific. Oh, good Lord. Why? Now, that is pleated. Honest. Okay, it looks horrible. It should taste fine. Right, so we might try this one a little bigger than that. Okay. Yeah, it's not that much bigger, but alright. It's a little bit bigger. By the gods! Oh, I should probably unstick that. It's actually proving to be a rather good measuring spoon. And I'm not trying to rush around like an idiot. Alright, let's try actually pleating this. Nope, missed that pleat. This is probably why it tells you to flour the base, but oh no, that's going way haywire. Nope. Although that one ended up looking about the same. but took like a third of the time. Pro tip, get good scrub. Ooh, so if you leave these touching, when you prep them, they stick back together. Huh. Noted. Damn. I would not have thought these would have all just stuck back together like this. That's very interesting. Sorry, I'm just going to fix that before they decide to get too stuck together. But note to self, when doing this again, don't leave them touching. There you go. Alright, 6 to go. I don't actually know how stretchy this dough is. That could be a thing. Alright, how long are we cooking these for? We be cooking these. We need the water to simmer. It's not quite there yet, so I feel better. Cook it for 15, rest for 5, then eat. Okay. Now you can freeze these. I'm pretty sure you freeze them before steaming. So with what I've got left, I'm going to likely okay, we're dodging this. Dodgy Brothers Inc. Wait, no. Come on, come out. Show the pleats, you bugger. Not gonna show the pleats. That actually, it doesn't look too bad. That one worked out surprisingly well. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared by that. Lasai. Okay. Fine. Alright, we'll try it that way then. Here we go. Alright. I'm being a little meaner now. I may be able to get a little more filling in on the next four, we'll see. Just faffing around with it, it's producing better results. I find that vastly amusing. Alright, so for this batch, because there is going to be a lot of leftover filling at this point. Alright, so where I'm at the moment is kind of get the ball of dough rolled out to about what you want middle thickness to be. Then just go ever so gently around the outside to still leave that still leave that lump in the middle, but that just makes that whole process that little bit quicker. And I'm being a fair bit less fastidious about making it a perfect circle. Alright, so now this batch we're going to go for like 1 and a bit spoons of filling. Maybe like 1.5 spoons of filling. And see if we get away with that. Oh, come here. No, be sticky. It's not showing. I'm really sorry, that's not showing. So the way I'm actually getting this to look mildly pleated is I'm getting opposite sides, pulling them together and pulling them together into a sort of a square. Then with the loops hanging out, I'm squashing them up into the middle, pushing them together and folding them over, if that makes sense. And it's ending up with actually not a bad folding, not a bad looking fold. Right, let's crank that up. But yeah, definitely got away with 1.5 on that one. 1.5 spoons. I should probably keep the cloth over these because they're starting to dry out just a little bit. So I'm going to put that cloth back over. Still got a little bit of moisture in it. Wasn't really happy with the base, so I'm just pushing it a little bit back in. I may have rushed that one just a touch. Just a touch. Jerry's Cherries, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. We're making Baozi. So steamed pork buns. We're doing the whole thing from scratch. We have done the... we've made the dough, we've let that proof, we've made the filling, and we are now putting them into their bun formed, ready for steaming. Thank you. And welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is, for clarity, this is my first ever attempt at making Baozi. And I'm playing it a little safe with the amount of filling and stuff that I'm putting in. I may do further experimentation after stream with the rest, because they come out horrific and I have to put another one on top and just turn it into a pasty. No one's gonna mind. Alright. Oh, we may have gone a little overboard with the filling on this one. We will see. Yeah, this one's straining at the edges. But score. Oh, running out of fluids. Like I said though, I'm really amazed by this dough. I haven't had this much success with dough in a while. Well, ever, for this like texture and consistency of it. Okay, that can go down to its simmer. Perfect timing, because that means they're almost ready to cook. Oh, no, stick together. Yep, that's a mess. I know, lick the bowl. The bowl is my fingers. Let's do a bit of stretching here. Oh, come on. There you go. Gooey sounds. Now, you know, obviously we've got to see if these are hopefully going to hot up to the test once we get them in the steamer. All right. Whew. So what we've done, yeah, that'll be fine. We've thrown them in 4 per layer into the steamer. And just I don't know why, but I feel like I want to offset the diamond patterns. I'm just going to do that because we've got our water on the simmer. Steamer goes on, and we wait. Right, we set an alarm for 15 minutes. Excellent. 15. I just got a message from the house that they are hungry. They want their steam buns. Well, they can have their steam buns in about 20 minutes. I was thinking this had only. I actually thought that we would have been done. What is going on? Where's that sound coming from? Oh, wait a minute. No, that's fine. Am I online right now? OBS says I am. I thought this was only going to take us about 2 hours. Turns out it's going to take us closer to 3. That's insane. Cool thing is I don't feel like it's taken that long. Alright, so where is now, I'm pretty sure freezing these, I'm just checking, but I'm pretty sure freezing these is we got to cook them completely, then they can be frozen. Okay, that's cool. I will do a heap more cooking off stream. It's fine. It's fine. We will continue cooking. Oh yeah. I was expecting to see more steam rising off of it, off of the steamer. Because bamboo steamer, never used one before. But yeah, that's there is a fair whack of heat in there. Alright, so I might instead, I'm going to be doing that for the rest of the day, I think. Well, what? 8 took us, 8's going to take us about half hour, maybe a bit longer. There's 10 left. That's alright. Looks like I'll be doing another hour or so. They're still rising that little bit. That's kind of cool. I can live with that. They shouldn't be getting any heavier, but they're definitely still rising. I'm good with that. I might do 2 just without filling. I don't know. We'll see how much filling we've got. I reckon we use just over, I reckon about 1/3 of the filling in that round. But we will be using a bit more. We'll see. We'll see. If there's leftover, I might, there's leftover, I'll keep going until all the filling's done. Then, then we'll see what's left. Might be having a munch out on filling. As we steam the buns, steaming away. So, okay, so we cook them for 15 minutes, and then we let them, I'm assuming we take them off the heat. And I'll put the lid back on because I'll need more cooking later anyway. And then we leave them in the, I don't know if we're meant to like turn the temperature off and leave them on the steamer, or whether we just leave them in the thing. I'm thinking if we leave them in the steamer, then that's going to continue cooking them, which we don't want. So I'm thinking we take them off the steamer, but we leave them in the steamer basket for those couple of minutes to slowly bring the heat down, which in theory keeps them puffy. So we'll see, I guess. We'll see in just a few minutes. Alright, gonna have some more ginger ale here. Watching you. Kachunka? So I've noticed this thing in pubs and clubs and stuff, that bar staff no longer tilt the glass. Right? You want to pour a fizzy drink, you tilt the glass.
Incoming message.
Oh, we may have a device from the peanut gallery. What do we got? Alright, there is Hangry. There is... Hang on, how much time have we got? Timer. 8 plus 5 is 13. So 13 minutes. Dealing with the hangries. Ah, that was the wrong button. Come on, timer. There we go. Alright. Suppose we should get some plates ready. Nine. That'll be for upstairs. Almost there. This is the part where, you know, you just sit around. This is where I'd normally be listening to an audiobook. Just sitting here listening to an audiobook. Or, you know, watching someone stream. That's what I should do. I should actually go. And that's fine. Oh, wait a minute. Go see if there's anyone to raid later. We do usually raid Nightmare after these. We'll see if he's on. Is he on? Boo! Damn, no one's on. Okay. Fine. Probably all finished up. Because, you know, this is taking much longer than I expected, honestly. I was unprepared for this whole thing to take this long. No, give me my timer. Sorry. Right. I can now see my timer. I can now see what's going on. Now, unfortunately, you have no one to read. Boo. I so want to open it and have a look. Hot things are hot. Right, I was debating whether I would put 5 in there or not, and right now, I'm glad I didn't. Right now, very glad I did not. The filling, as is, you throw it in your mouth, and it's not an explosion of flavor, not immediately. It's a it's almost slow. I would call it a slow release of flavor as you get it. You get it, you bite into it. There's not a lot there to begin with, and then as it's in your mouth and you're chewing on it, it's like, oh, and now this flavor releases, and now this flavor is there, and it's like, that's really cool. I really like that. Like, sometimes I really like that, you bite into something and get that uber burst of flavor going on. And it just, sends all your senses nuts. But this is kind of cool too, where you bite into it and you're like, huh, wait, hello. Kind of cool. Alright, 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes, then we take it off cooking, and we then we leave it rest for a couple of minutes, and then serve. So waiting to serve. Let's go, hurry up, tick, 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 boom. Yeah, these are significantly better. I should actually make, okay. Now I've decided we're going to time crunch. Get off. Alright. Now I've decided that I want to do a quick side by side so that you can see the difference, like the before and after difference. That is significantly more filling this time. But oh crap, I forgot to release it. Yep. Kind of depleted. Depleted uranium. Yes. Alright. So that is going to be the size that it started. So we now have an example of that. Oh, and bidip. Hot things are hot. Ooh. but that's okay. Now we let them rest so they don't demolish themselves. Then we send some upstairs. Give me. Sound. No, I don't think so, Rach. I think some of the early ones were like, I think I did a couple that were 4 hours. They've slowly been shortening though. Mind you, this is a fairly complex process at the moment, you know, because we are making everything from scratch, except that we're not growing the pork, but it would be interesting though to go back through the streams and see what is the longest stream. Alright, that's good. That's just still rolling simmer. Oh, sighted. Ooh, actually I could do 4. I could probably do 4 each. For the clan. Alright. I didn't sneak a peek. Bamboo, the bamboo pot is cooling, but I wouldn't say it's cooling rapidly. Odd, but there you go. Alright, we might get a little deflation, but I'm starting to get impatient myself. I'm definitely going to have to get this because these are not my steaming pots. I'm definitely going to have to get me a set of these, I think, for the kitchen. So I don't know what it is, but I seem to be on a very Asian food kick, or Oriental food? I don't know what the correct term is, but oops. All right. This is the impatient part. This is the part where it's like, come on, come on, come on. The end of a 2-hour picket when you're just like, it's time, it's time, it's time. And it seems like the last 10 minutes of picket takes like 15 hours. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Look at that. Oop, come on. There's your size difference though. Look at that. That's huge. Alright. Let's get these out. And whoops. And served to the rest of everyone. Ta-da. Alright. Let's take you off. You go on that one. We'll eventually let them cool down and get back in there. So here we go. I mean, it's fairly solid. That's it's not going anywhere. That's going to be good transportable food, that is. Holy shit. Wow. That just, like, juices just exploded. Thanks, man. Yeah, cool. Mmm. I'm just gonna eat this now, because damn. So I've definitely rolled these flatter than flat. Because the bun it's got some nice texture to it, and the meat in it is why did I do that to myself? I'm going to try it with a bit of added soy. Oh, we got the soy back. Oh, no, they're using the soy. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Tell you what though, for a first attempt at Baozi, I'm happy with this, thanks Steve. Oh, this one's pal. There's a lot more fluffy up the top of this one. Alright, so let's add a bit more soy. Can you have too much soy? Yes. Yes, you can. Now, I really do love soy, but there's maybe a little much. I reckon, how much did we put in the first place? I reckon, well, called for 1 tablespoon of dark soy. I reckon I might go a second. I'll change that to 2. And then I don't think there'd really be a need for extra soy sauce. I was trying to get not a lot of dough on top of the mix. And I think that was when I was folding it. And I think that was a mistake. I think with the next batch I'll really pull that dough up and make the edges really thin, but then have a decent amount on the bottom and the top that you can really bite into and chew into. I think I'll just add that little bit of mouth texture difference, which I think will make it that little bit better. How you doing, Upright? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. You've got us right at the end. Nom nom. Stretches. Oh, here we go. No, we're doing torso stretches without moving the pelvis, because that's cheating. Oh. Let's do a roll down. Let's do a roll down. Yep, okay, a few more of these needed. Just in time, absolutely. Now, where do I put that other one? There it is. Alright, so there we go. We will turn the music down just a little bit. And zop. Okay, so there we go. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, that was some Baozi. Oh, that was a stream. Stream extended another 20 minutes just because Amos is here. Well, I might be able to get away with that because the rest of the house is now eating Baozi. So, so I don't think it'd be that much of a deal. All right, so would I make these again? Yes, I would definitely make these again. There is so much to play with. It's not a quick meal, but it's going to end up being. But bao sounds lovely, maybe with a bit of wine and mahjong. Right? Damn, they're still getting bigger. Holy crap. Like, look at that. They're all touching again. I had them all spread out. So yeah, these are still proofing as we're going along. But yeah. Anyway, nice. So yeah, this is not obviously because of the length of stream. This is not a quick thing. Rachel's alarm is now going off for the second time. You want to eat the buns? Quote number 9. Damn, they're still getting bigger. Uri on Baozi. Baozi. So yeah, but this is one of those ones that it's like when you make a lasagna. You spend a good portion of the day making it, but at the end of it, you get so many serves. Yeah. And because once these are finished cooking, once it's all something dark side cooked, you can just freeze them. You've cooked them, freezed them, done. and then we're going to have, what, 3, 6, 9, we're going to have another 10. We've just eaten 8 for lunch, but then from this batch, we're going to have another 10. And I would assume doubling up everything is perfectly fine. And, make a giant batch. Yeah, I had 2, and I could eat more, but I think at this point it would mostly be for the sake of flavor that I would be eating them. I can feel like I'm right on that edge. I can feel that if I wait 10 minutes, then it's going to be, if I waited 10 minutes, I'm going to be very full. So, yeah, careful on the dough on doubling. It can get weird at a certain point. I can make 2 bowls of it. Yeah, like 2 batches of it. That'd be fine too. Anyway, would I make it again? Definitely. Would I serve this as a main, as the centerpiece for friends? Absolutely. I would absolutely serve this. Yeah. All right, Rach. See you later. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. I too am about to sign off. So, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, that was a stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Coming up tomorrow, we've got some Terraria. We go around to Tuesday with some Sunken Land. Maybe the final Sunken Land. We'll see how we go with that. Wednesday, more Assassin's Creed Shadows. And then Thursday, back in the kitchen. Well, I think we're back in the kitchen. Let me just quickly double check that. Yes, next Thursday we will be back in the kitchen. The Thursday after is the first Thursday of the week, and that will be Pal World. So that's what's going on. That's what's coming up. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being you. Hopefully, we will see everyone tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Adelaide time for some more Terraria with Jim Tor and Wardham. If we don't, we'll see you when you see it. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.